What's going on, everybody? We are coming to you live from Farmington Hills, Michigan at Take a Chance Records. I'm Will, a.k.a. Siren. We got Nate over here.
Yes, sir.
And this is a Take a Chance podcast.
Episode 74. Episode 74.
75. Which is next week. I know, but that's wild.
Yeah, I know. 75 episodes in is a big milestone for us.
We're trying to hit 100 before the end of the year.
I hope so.
That's the goal.
We can do that.
That's the goal.
Well, you said you wanted to talk a little bit before we get into introducing our guests today.
Here's the thing.
You said you wanted to talk about some sports, some Detroit Pistons.
Here's the thing. With the Pistons, they fought their hearts out.
Yeah.
1. 2, I hated how a lot of New York fans were acting like they were destroying us and killing us when the Pistons easily could have swept that Knicks team had we been on our shit.
I wouldn't say swept.
I mean, we had leads in every game. Late.
Yeah, but I don't know. There was a good defensive effort from. I like what I saw from Asor Thompson.
100%.
Long way to go with him, obviously, but I think rookie season was great.
He needs to shoot better.
Yeah, 100%.
The only guy that's on our team right now that I'm like probably needs to go is Tim Hardaway. That's the only one that I'm like, You have Beasley. I'd rather Beasley than Tim Hardaway.
I don't mind either of them, but
we're gonna get Devin Booker.
All of us. That would be something. I want if we got Devin Booker. No, we're not. Giannis is not coming to Detroit, dude. Giannis is not coming to Detroit.
I mean, he's got a team around him.
First of all, the Bucks are not trading him. If he leaves Milwaukee, it's on his terms when he's a free agent, and he's not going to Detroit. If he goes anywhere, it's gonna be somewhere warm, big market. Detroit's not a big market
yet. Could be.
No.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
With Cade Cunningham,
I'm a Pistons fan. Love the Pistons, but I can't let that happen.
I think it's different more like in recent years of the NBA. Because when you have that big market star at a place, it doesn't matter necessarily if it's cold or warm. I mean, Denver, Milwaukee, Toronto.
If we're going after anyone, I want it to be Devin Booker. I've seen rumors about Kevin Durant. I don't want Kevin Durant.
I don't want KD either, but that would be fucking
I was
wild.
just talking with someone the other day, and they were like, "Why not go try get Bron?" I'm like, "I do not want Bron in Detroit." As much as like LeBron would do so much for the city and like bring people to the Little Caesars and
LeBron Pistons.
I mean, like. The revenue that the Pistons would make that year would be insane, but there's no reason he's coming to Detroit.
He might retire.
But to bounce off of the Asar Thompson defense throughout the series, all that went out the window when he got Jalen Brunson.
Oh, my God.
Jalen Brunson shifted him off the camera, hit the game winner to end the series. I was telling one of my buddies that was one of the best playoff game winners of all time.
Like series winners?
It's because he won the series. It's different if it's like game 2 and then he does whatever. But to win the series, that might be one of the best like first round.
I don't disagree. Right? And the thing is, I actually before when Brunson just got to New York and even in Dallas, I was like, I like Brunson. He's like they say he's 6'1". That dude's like 5'11", just getting buckets.
I don't like Brunson because he's a foul baiter.
I don't like him anymore.
Cat pisses me off, dude. Karl Anthony Towns pisses me off, man.
I hate him so much now.
Man.
That 3 he hit in I think it was game 3 in Detroit.
Yeah.
Those deep threes that he hit, those were crazy. Yeah, but man. I hate him. I can't stand him.
This season made me very excited for next season. I'm sure if some people went back and did some research when us talking on the pod, I probably said that the Pistons probably weren't making the playoffs this year. They proved me wrong.
I said maybe play in, I think. But I mean, they actually made the they didn't.
They got past the play-in. So,
if we get Devin Booker, it's a wrap.
Man, I think Cade and Devin Booker could be one of the greatest. Well, not greatest, but one of the best backcourts in the NBA.
League. Yeah, definitely.
Because my thing is, I don't like Devin Booker when he's ball dominant. If he's coming off screens and he's running around, Cade's good at passing. Mm-hmm. If we can get some guys to set some screens, so Devin Booker can come around those and just catch and shoot, almost like a Klay Thompson.
Yeah,
like a Klay Thompson to Cade, right? I think that would be phenomenal. And he's from Michigan too, so I think that'd be really cool.
I think that's where he would want to go if he left Phoenix.
He's always putting on for Detroit. You see him in a bunch of Detroit gear all the time.
I think that if you can get Devin Booker without giving up Duren, because you're not going to give up Cade, but if you can keep Duren too,
you got to keep Duren.
I mean, but like that could be a guy that Phoenix wants. I feel like Ivy will get dealt.
Ivy would have to get dealt.
Tobias would probably get dealt. I mean, Phoenix.
I think he's
might
only
be
got 1 year
young.
left. I think Tobias only has 1 year left on his deal.
It might take like Ron Holland.
Yeah.
Who played like shit. Why was he in the game? Hold on. That's another thing. Why was he playing playoff basketball? I'm not saying
you got to give him the experience, though.
No, fuck that. I'm not saying Simone Fontecchio is good or but I'd rather him. I would have rathered him playing D. Like Ron,
That's fair.
he hustles and he's an athlete, and I get it. But there was like 9 different times where you see Dennis Schroeder or Tim Hardaway or Cade having to yell at him and be like, calm the fuck down.
Right.
Or like he's pushing the ball going on a fast break against 4 Knicks.
Right.
And then wonders why he gets ripped up. It's because you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
So it was just very frustrating. We went on a little bit of a rant.
No, that's fine though.
Shout out the Pistons. Y'all did great. I'm excited for next year. If anybody wants to come on the pod, come on the pod. We'll take
talk
Stu.
Pistons.
Stu would be dope. Stu would probably be my
Isaiah
number one
Stewart
guy
on
on
the
that
pod.
team.
Well, no, with that being said, for episode number 74, met this guy probably a month or 2 ago. He was in here doing a video shoot. We got a producer, artist, very talented guy. We got Monsta Dope the Ruler.
What's
How we
going
doing,
on?
man?
What up,
Thank you
though?
for
What up,
coming
though?
on, bro?
Oh, yeah, no problem, man.
Hell yeah. So just to kind of jump into it, we didn't really get to talk too much for real the first time we met, but caught good vibes from you, told you to come on the pod just so we can sit down and have a conversation, get to know each other.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit on like your upbringing, you know, where you're from, how old you are, before music came into play, what were you doing as a kid, and, you know, just growing up.
All right. Well, right now, I'm 33. I'll be 34 in August.
Okay.
August 13th. I grew up, my upbringing was like, I grew up in Midtown, Detroit. I'm from Detroit, born and raised. I stayed in an area where subsidized housing, you know, Section 8 public housing. Right, it's actually called Freedom States, Freedom Place, Freedom States. That's what it's known as. Well, pretty much, man. The neighborhood that I grew up in was in the middle of what you want to say, the Jeffrey Projects. If you're familiar with the number streets, you got Martin Luther King in the number streets. You got another little area that's subsidized. It's called Research Park. So just this whole little Midtown, the little Midtown area right before you get downtown in Detroit. That's the area I'm from.
What high school did you go to?
I went to a high school called Detroit School of Performing Arts.
Okay,
Yeah. I went there originally because I could draw. When I went to a school called middle school called Dewey, and I remember my counselor, she was telling me pretty much like, because I like to draw things, she was like, well, you should go to this school, you know, it's a performing arts school, you know. I was originally going to go to like the Murray Wright. I don't know if you ever heard of Murray.
No, I'm not.
No, Murray down.
Not familiar with it.
I was really supposed to go there, but I ended up going to where I went, which was a performing arts school. It's the same school like Aaliyah went to.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Who else went to that school? Tierra Marie, if you know who
Yeah.
her.
I was gonna ask if there's any notable names that came out of there that you know of.
Yeah,
So
I totally
I'm
forgot
glad you're
about
bringing that up.
Aaliyah was from here.
I think, and if I ain't mistaken, what's the dog name from that was in, what's that damn Puff little group that he had with the guys.
I'm not familiar.
Well, Puff. Shit. Damn, I can't remember the name of them.
Like the label?
No, the name of the group. It was a group. Damn, I can't remember the name of the group, man. But anyway, it's a cat that he fuck with. He was fucking with Puff Daddy with Puff Daddy labels and shit like that. So
that's cool.
Yeah, but man, yeah, I went to that high school. Like I said, I originally went there to draw. I ended up getting into performing music production. We had different majors and shit in the school. So you had from band to dance, all that shit in that school. We ain't had too much of a basketball court though. We had half of a fucking court. Bro.
Oh wow!
Damn.
It was half of a court. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they're not prioritizing sports that much over there if it's a performing arts school. You know what I mean?
Nah. But shit, we was hoping that we at least had. You think that big ass school on that whole block have a basketball court in that motherfucker?
Well, so you said you were big into art and just drawing, and then you get into the music production. I mean, what made you take that switch? I guess you could say, instead of trying to find something more art related or like.
Well,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, see, before that, I want to say back. What was that? So I graduated in 2009. I went to high school in 2006. So I want to say somewhere in 2005, 2004 is when I first started writing. My cousin, shout out to my cousin C Rob, he the one that really got me into like writing and like, you know, making rhymes and stuff like that.
Right.
He it was a song off of Jay-Z, The Blueprint. What is it? What song was it? I can't remember the song right now, but pretty much he gave me the beat and we wrote to that, and we did some shit like for our girls at that time. You know, we in middle school and shit. So we wrote something like that. We just wrote a little letters to our chicks and shit at the time, and we end up performing it at a talent show that we had, and we won. We won. I just knew the girls with their little dance routines and shit. I just knew they was gonna win, but we ended up winning. Me and my cousin, and we pretty much we rocked the whole little auditorium that we had. We rocked it out, and then we ended up writing. They wanted us to write a song when we graduated from middle school. So I ended up doing that as well. But this is like, in these times, that's when I really got my feet wet into like actually writing songs. You know what I'm saying?
So were you recording these songs, or was it just written, like you guys just performing them?
We record. You know, we write them down. You know, shit. Back then we ain't had what we had now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I was gonna ask you, like, what softwares and stuff are you using at that point? Like, you know what I mean?
But we had, well, going into high school, we had GarageBand.
Yeah.
And also before I got to high school, I would use Fruity Loops was around.
Yep.
So I know how to do that. Yeah.
Are you still on FL as a producer, or are you using something different? You use like Ableton,
I use Logic now.
Logic, okay.
Yeah, because when I ended up going to when we went to DSA, I ended up really getting attached to GarageBand. So when I came across Logic, I was like, oh shit, it's like GarageBand, but on a different level.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna run with this one.
So at what point do you get in the studio? Like how long after you writing these raps for the girls at recess and you know all that stuff? Like at what point do you get in the studio and say, all right, I'm gonna start taking this like serious now?
You know what, we so since I went to a performing arts school, I can't. My music production teacher, Mr. White, Teddy White, he always had us in the studios. Like our school had a whole floor full of studios.
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
like it had a whole floor full of them bitches on the same level. Look, this on the same floor with the dancers. Look, but it was that whole flow, man. I want to say it had for sure 4 big major studios. Like them, I'm talking about huge. Them bitches huge.
Right.
Like, I'm talking about some top tier shit. You
like
know,
where you can get like full live bands and stuff.
Yeah. Then they had a whole bunch of. Excuse me. It had to be like 15 of them. Little studios, little boxes, little rooms you go in, like little closet studios.
Yeah.
But it had all the shit, high tech shit for us, all type of good equipment. We had all Mac. It was actually a blessing to go there. But yeah, we had a whole bunch of equipment that the normal kid wouldn't have. And but I went there like I said, with the intentions of just drawing. But once I found out they even had music, I'm like, oh shit, rap. And I saw that GarageBand, I'm like, oh shit, I can make beats too. And I had I always had music and shit flowing through my head as well. I was like, oh yeah, I'm getting on this. So from there on, man, I just been locked into music. Like he was always got us in the studio, Mr. White. Yeah, I need hits. That's all he talked about was making hits. I need hits. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. And it was a whole bunch. You talk about talent. It wasn't just me. I got my homie Face the Ripper. He actually rap with us and do music with us.
Okay.
He went there. He phenomenal, dope artist. A cat named Mozzie Mills. Like these cats I actually like was on the stage with. We had Grammy nights. They performed. We had at one point in my school we had a whole, like you had a 313 third flow, like it was a whole group. And you had other little groups. but it's something about it was really the school. Like once I graduated from middle school, I guess you want to say that, and going into high school, it was really the school, the people that I met, the love that I saw that other people had for music, the passion that I saw. That's what really like got me really into it.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of talent in there, like you said.
Yeah.
You still in touch with a lot of those people? Like
Yeah.
I was gonna say like those build relationships that are still lasting today, or like
Like if I was Gooch. Yep. I still can hit them up anytime and connect. You know, it ain't nothing like that.
Yeah.
How many people were in your graduating class?
Shit.
Yeah, like how big is this?
Yeah,
school?
that's
I'm
what
curious.
I'm curious about.
Well, I know it had to be like 300 and something.
Okay, so pretty big.
In the whole school?
No, that was just my class.
Wow.
But
That's
a
a big school then.
Yep.
Wow. And that's 9th through 12th grade?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, and it's just full of people that can sing.
That's what I was saying. I can only imagine going to a
yeah.
school where everyone's just dedicated to the same
It's like
thing, dude.
Victorious.
Like that's just like a
Yeah.
that's like a networking epicenter, bro.
See, and we look, and we would sit down to talk about it at times because I'm like, shit, if we'd have had like Instagram,
my
back in high,
God.
because we didn't have it. We had YouTube, but
Yeah, I'm not
when
thinking
nobody,
about
yeah,
that. It's like 2004,
yeah, you
like
weren't thinking about really,
2005 to
yeah.
2009.
I was gonna say your freshman year, YouTube probably just came out.
Yeah,
Like,
it did.
Just
Yeah.
started going crazy.
Facebook probably was
MySpace,
a little bit.
MySpace was the move,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
I was like
MySpace.
5 or 6 years old. I made a MySpace. Bro.
I
had a
My
MySpace,
first social
bro.
media was Facebook. It said I was like 34 years old.
My mom told me if I finished my whole dinner that I could make a MySpace account. Used to have, dude. MySpace was ahead of its time, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like you could have like the music on your page, like you had your best friends on there. Like
Man.
I don't know. I
I've
feel like
heard
the
that was a big
I feel like the networking opportunities on MySpace was like so before its time.
Yeah.
I feel like MySpace now would be like something crazy.
I've heard that was a big deal back then. The top
MySpace,
10.
yeah.
Like if you dropped out of someone's top 10, it was like a
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
That's
that
wild.
shit funny. Yeah.
Speaking of stuff like that, I heard that MySpace was also big when a lot of people were doing music on it.
Yeah.
Not to say that this dude was huge, but just one person I've heard. Jeffree Star was fucking huge on MySpace.
Yeah.
I know that's a wild pool, but that's like why Akon signed him.
Wasn't Soulja Boy popping off through MySpace
Yes.
as well?
he
It was
was-
MySpace and YouTube,
He
right?
was popping off on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
because of fucking the.
Yeah.
Why can't I think of the name of the song?
Yeah.
What's the name of his biggest
Crank
song?
That?
Oh, Crank That.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember you doing that dance
When I was like
at
7
like my
years old,
house
bro. Yeah,
in like
probably.
first grade. Wild.
How old are y'all, man?
I just turned 24 in March.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm 24 in February. I
Okay,
just
okay,
turned-
yeah.
We went to elementary school together, and we were real close.
Uh-huh.
And then I ended up moving and going to a different high school, and we saw each other a decent amount in high school.
Well, we played each other in basketball. And
Yeah.
it was like the first time I ever saw or heard of him in like 10 years. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
dog,
man.
where he was at a school down the road. I had no idea because like
Yeah.
I didn't have any social media at the time. I didn't have a phone. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like he just kind of up and left when we were kids, and then like come to find out I'm guarding him. He looked at me. He's like, "What's up, Nate?" And I was like, "Oh."
Oh,
We just dabbed up, talking. It was real cool.
Yeah, we were talking
what's
about
up.
the whole game and shit.
Fast forward, I knew he did music and I did music, and I was looking for a studio, and he hit me up and he was like, "Yo, my buddy Chance just opened at his house. If you
Okay.
want to check it out." So I hit up my homie. We went to Chance's studio, and the rest is kind of
Yeah, I was gonna say the rest
history.
is history.
We've been working together since.
Oh, that's
It's
what's
wild.
up, man. That's what's up.
But
That's
it's crazy
dope.
because like we'll find old pictures of us at like the fucking zoo in first grade, like climbing on like a lion statue or some
I'm
shit.
glad you said the zoo because I got a question.
Oh yeah,
The
we gotta
viral
talk
question.
about the gorilla comment, the gorilla thing. We gotta talk about
100
that.
unarmed men versus a gorilla. Who you guys got?
Man.
I saw a video on TikTok. Some dude said we got to send the dude that fell in Harambe's pit
You
as
see-
like the #1 guy.
Oh,
Just as
man.
like the mascot for
You
the,
see
for the humans.
G-Mac Cash's song?
I mean,
Nah,
he did. He put a whole song out.
Really?
Man. Yeah, he did. That shit
I don't know.
silly.
I really
He's
don't.
so quick with that. Dude.
Yeah.
Any topic, any like relevant topic in the
They
world.
told
Bro, they
everybody
said
gonna get
I
their
was-
ass beat.
I was in the group chat with a bunch of other guys that record here, and we were talking about this exact argument, and they started bringing up other animals. Like,
Man.
all right, what about like a hippo? What about like a grizzly? I'm like, are you guys
You gonna
like
need more
dumb?
than you
Well,
gonna,
when
you
we,
gonna
were,
need.
when we were in high school, the question was like a million lions versus the sun or something like that. That one
Versus
like
the
took
sun.
over.
The
For,
sun
like,
would win.
what are you talking about? But nah, I'm taking the gorilla. I got the gorilla.
100.
Yeah, they're gonna need. You gonna need more men. You gonna need
Yeah.
way more men to take
who
down
are
the
the
gorilla.
first 5 men you're putting on there?
Brock Lesnar.
So Brock Lesnar.
I think that's valid. He's like, well, how tall is he? He's like 6'3", 6'4".
He's built like a refrigerator, bro.
Yeah.
He's big.
I'd probably send John Jones. If
John
we get
Jones.
heavyweight
John Jones is a good pull. That's a good pull.
Are they all in their prime?
Yeah.
The people? Okay, Mike Tyson.
Ooh.
Mike gonna get some shots.
Low key, if they're all in their prime, Chuck Liddell.
Yeah.
He was
that's
a
not bad
monster.
pull.
You said who?
Chuck Liddell. You remember
UFC
him?
fighter.
The Mohawk dude.
Bald dude with like the star tattoos. If you saw him, did
called
you ever
the
play like
Iceman.
UFC like video games or anything?
I know what
you
you're talking about.
definitely know who this dude is. Then,
I'm gonna pull up a picture. I can't think of the last one though.
bro.
It would have to be like.
Give me Nikola Jokic's brothers, bro.
Bro, they're huge.
give me
Who's that one dude that they call the Mountain? That actor that's just fucking like ginormous.
The Rock.
I mean, I don't know if The Rock would do that well. He's a wrestler. He's not a real fighter.
Nah, I got the
He's a
real.
wrestler.
Anybody else? Who else? I can't think of anybody else.
Kimbo Slice.
Kimbo's
good.
that's a good name. I haven't
He
seen those on
wouldn't
any
give a fuck. I
list.
think he'd eat a couple punches.
I haven't seen Kimbo's name on any of the lists yet.
Get
That's a
out there.
good name.
Fuck around trying to bite this.
Bro, that's
You're
what I'm
right.
saying. This is Chuck Liddell, by the way.
Oh yeah. I got you.
I used
Yeah.
to try to play with him in UFC.
He's
but
slow, but he's like he'll take
I couldn't
hits.
play with him.
He'll take hits. I love seeing the list because people are like Ronda Rousey. I'm like, you're an idiot.
No, I've seen some crazy.
Someone
names,
said
dude.
2018 LeBron.
2018 LeBron. Look, he
Facts,
running through that.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. That was another
That's a
one.
good
I
one
saw.
too.
Tito Ortiz.
Dude, I've seen some funny names on these lists. Like people like actually took their time to like put 100 people
Oh
on the
my!
list.
Like
They're taking
legit.
it serious, bro.
I don't. People don't take it that like that. You can't.
Nah.
You're sending Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor would get destroyed by a
he-
gorilla.
I think
Yeah.
any gorilla's killing anybody.
Yeah, it would have to be really strategic. Everyone would have to not be scared and sprint at the gorilla at
Oh,
the
yeah, you
same
gotta be
time.
dedicated.
I don't-
You gotta
man.
be dedicated.
I wouldn't even look. I don't see how they. I've been trying to figure out how this even came about. Like I was like, bro,
I think
saw
someone
it.
was just stoned and tweeted it.
Dog,
Like, someone
I
was
saw it. I
that's
was
probably
like,
what
hell
it
no.
was.
I think that's how like the LeBron songs era started. Some kid was like, "Let's do this."
Dude, those are hilarious.
The whole album.
Those are hilarious.
I
They're
did
gonna
the
hit
LeBron
charts
song.
eventually. One of them is gonna be on a
The
chart.
number one song in the world.
Hell
When
no.
he retires,
Oh man.
bro, someone did "Young, Wild, and Free." LeBron.
Yeah,
LeBron can still dunk.
LeBron can shoot threes.
Number 23.
Hell
Yeah,
no.
no, that's funny.
I saw a scientist say that humans would beat the gorilla. Like they said, like if the humans actually were strategic about
Yeah.
it and actually like all went at him and like
And
you-
they just
I think
yeah.
at some point the gorilla might get scared though too, right?
I mean, it's 100 people. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, yeah.
Like,
At some point.
But I feel like their animalistic fight or die.
oh, they
would
gonna
kick it.
they
could take
fight
out
for
5
sure.
dudes in one swing, I think.
Yeah.
I really think the gorilla will win.
Like if they clothesline them.
Yeah, I think the gorilla will win. I think you,
they close louder.
like they're.
Think about that.
You ever seen those
Yeah, he gonna
like
bite
those
you too.
pictures of the gorillas that like don't have any hair and it's just they're
Yeah.
straight fucking muscle
Yeah, man.
like
I
that.
seen one of those.
Oh,
Yeah.
chimpanzees! I've seen like pictures.
Oh, yeah, I seen them.
They strong.
And
shit.
they're just like lean and cut as shit. You
Yeah.
think the hair is like some? It's not. That's
No.
all fucking muscle.
yeah,
So like,
they just stay fur.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I saw
We're
some
gonna lose some people in that battle. There's gonna be some casualties.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
But there might be a few that come out on top.
if I'm
Man.
being honest, if you're going to fight a gorilla, that's like natural.
Imagine
selection at
like
this point.
I saw some like y'all know Mr. Beast obviously, right?
Nah,
You know,
man, yeah.
I saw him tweet something. He's like, "I'm looking for 100 volunteers," and he had like a little thumbnail of a gorilla.
people believe him. People believe he's actually.
That
serious.
is something that I could see him doing, but that's too
I don't
too much
think
of a
there's-
liability.
Yeah, like he would have to have 100 people that are willing to sign like, yo, if I die, like it's not my fault, and he would be filming. That's like Logan Paul to the extreme.
Yeah, I don't know how that would
Yeah,
work.
that man, that man, something different.
Man, could you
Just
imagine?
Stick to GTA, dog. Like just do it on. You can mod it. You can do that. You
Yeah,
can
I've
do
seen a
gorilla
bunch of
versus
like
100
little
people.
VR simulations or whatever. All that
I
BS.
saw one with Speed. They did a million speeds versus 100 gorillas.
100. Who won?
No, Speed in the winner.
Really?
Yeah, Speed in the
you
winner.
said
It's a
a-
million
you
speeds.
said- yeah, I was
gonna say
it was a
million.
million speeds to
To
100.
100? Yeah,
gorillas.
okay, that
Them
makes sense.
gorillas was fucking them up though.
Just back. He was just backflipping on
Yeah.
him, jumping
Damn.
over Ferraris. Is that real? Have you all seen that clip? He jumped over a Ferrari.
He's a very
I don't know,
athletic
he-
dude, bro.
I think he might have did that, man.
He's
Bro, it
athletic,
looked
bro.
real.
He's athletic.
It looked real.
Yeah, young.
That's
yeah.
the only thing I'll say. It looked real to me.
And them cars is fast.
Like if I found out it was fake, I'd be like, okay, but it looked pretty real.
The Kobe one's got to be fake, right?
The Kobe one is 100% fake. The Kobe one of him jumping over the pool with Jackass is fake as well.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
No, just to jump back into music a little bit.
What a run.
No, that was fun though. You've only put out one EP about 2 years ago, right? It was Dope and Rose EP.
No, that's I put that out on what 20. That just dropped in 22. No,
I thought that was 2023.
Okay, that was 2023. Yeah,
Time's flying, man.
Yeah, it is.
my first EP I dropped was God Body. That was in 2020.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was that under another name?
No, that was Monsta Dope.
Was it?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. I end up like, you go sometimes you like dealing on what's that damn shit called?
Distro?
Distro Kid.
United Masters, that type of stuff?
Yeah.
The
you get
distribution stuff?
Yeah. BMI, all that. You know what I'm saying? I have accidentally. I forgot a space the first time, so it said it was just Monsta Dope as one, So you probably didn't see it when you typed in with the space.
Okay, yeah, that's
So,
probably why.
Yeah.
So I know you just produced something for your guy on the left of you.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, for the people watching, if you want to give him a little introduction,
Oh yeah.
tune in to next week's episode for him.
For his,
But if you
yeah.
want to give him a
Oh,
little
yeah.
introduction,
Oh yeah. This young man right here is just far beyond amazing. This my young brother, my brother from another mother, Arealius, the motherfucking great.
Yes,
What
sir.
an intro.
I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, you
Good
already know
intro.
what it is, bro.
I wish my friends saw
so you just you sampled T Grizzly song, right?
Yeah.
no effort?
Yeah, because Helluva was doing this challenge.
Okay.
It was a no effort challenge, so it was like make a beat. You can get invited to the beat camp.
Okay.
I just took the challenge, like
Right.
and I just came up with that. You know what I'm saying? I came up with this fire sample of no effort beat.
Yeah.
And I immediately just gave it to him. I was like, I'm like, you want it? He was like, yeah.
Did your thing on that
knew I
too.
was gonna-
Did your thing on that thing too.
Yeah.
So is there anything that people watching can be expecting for upcoming music? What's on your agenda for the next, let's say, year? You got any shows,
Man.
events,
All right.
projects, singles, albums, whatever the case may be?
All right, see, this is the thing with me right now. I'm not just an artist and a producer. I'm also a husband. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
wow.
I'm a father.
Okay.
Dope and Rose is actually my wife. That's my wife.
Oh, I did not know
so
that.
my wife is really, and shout out to her. Shout out to Crystal Rose. Fire.
I'll have to tap in because I didn't know that was your.
Yeah, it's
I
my
didn't know that
wife.
was your-
Man, my wife is amazing. Her voice, and she can rap. Like, man, it's another blessing in my
Yeah.
life. You feel me?
That's
So,
dope too to have a
yeah.
partner that's into the same exact stuff
You
as
can
you.
bounce
And you
shit
guys,
off of her and like,
Right.
is this hard?
Right.
Does this sound
Yeah,
right?
yeah, man.
if you don't mind me asking, and we can cut it if needed, but
Yeah.
like, where'd you guys meet, or like, how'd you guys
Okay.
get together? Especially you guys making music together. I mean, that's cool. So
Okay, that's how I started though. With
Yeah.
music, right? Instagram. I came across her page, and I was listening to her, and I'm like, man, I'm like, damn, this sound like my vibe.
Yeah.
But just in a few. Before that though, look, I gotta tell y'all what I did before that though. Hold on. Because I feel like it connects the story because it's important. Some things are just important in life that we all need to know. But I prayed, man. I prayed for her, bro.
Yeah.
I was getting tired of dealing with certain women because I always wanted to have a wife.
right.
That's what my mom and dad was together, so I
Yeah.
seen it. That's what I wanted. Man, I dealt with female after female, just bullshit after bullshit, and I was really done at that point. I was like, you know what, fuck all this. But then I was like, man, just pray, just see what And I prayed, man. And the moment I prayed, I came across her. But I prayed specifically for what I wanted.
Yeah.
I wanted a female version of me. You know what I'm saying?
You found her.
And
That's
man,
crazy.
it was crazy. ain't it?
Have you kept faith in your life like for a long time, or is that something that like?
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's
like,
a part of me.
Born and
yeah.
raised on, going to where you going to church as
I
a
once-
kid,
So
I don't usually
didn't-
bring religion up in the podcast. But
Oh,
I'm
you
just
don't?
Curious.
Oh, you don't?
No,
Oh.
I'm just curious though.
Well, I originally I probably didn't start going to church till I was like 8,
Okay.
9, something like that.
Yeah.
But like I always felt spiritually entwined. Like, you know,
Right.
I mean, science shows. If you want to talk about science, if you want to say it's religion, it shows that, you know, we ain't nothing but this big. You feel me?
Yeah.
Right.
So it got to be something,
Yeah.
something that, you know, that's encrypted within it, that's higher, that's beyond us.
I was gonna say I
You know what I'm
always
saying?
believe in a higher power, man. Always. It's-
Yeah. So yeah, but yeah. So 8, 9. That's when I started going to church. That's when my pops got out the streets. So he found God. The whole family found God.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And it went that way. But that's where the foundation came to be like pray for it. But but then I came, like I said, Instagram. I was like, I want to do a song with you, you know, a feature. Like can we make something happen?
Yeah.
She like, yeah, you know, and she from Maryland. She's, you know, of course she checked me out first. She was like, I had listened to you, you know, and I think you dope. So I would love to do this. So
Right.
one thing led to another. We just started spending a little bit more time on the phone with one another. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'm coming to Maryland. You know, it was simple. Like, I'm about to come to Maryland. Went to Maryland, met her in person, vibed out, bounced back and forth for a minute. And then,
It's
man,
a long distance too, man.
yeah, it was
That's
a long distance. We did it for like we kicked it long distance for like a year and some
Where'd
change.
y'all meet? What year?
20. So this was 20. This was 2018, 2019, 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like COVID happened.
Yeah,
Right
yeah,
around
COVID,
that time.
yeah, COVID was.
So that was
yeah.
probably hard.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, how does that affect it?
Yeah.
COVID?
Oh, I mean, that affected it as wise. Like, honestly, I don't think shit. We gave a fuck, but we didn't give too much a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was just like the parents and you know, like so it just came more of a hassle. Like getting drug tests every time I moved back and forth.
Yeah.
You know, respecting people and their wishes and stuff like that. But
It really was a wild time. Like,
yeah.
That era. I can't imagine bouncing back and forth for somewhere during that time. It's
Yeah,
probably
so
crazy.
I mean, but we ain't do it too much, but we did it enough to make sure we seen each other.
Yeah.
Right.
You
It
know
worked.
what I'm saying?
And at what point does becoming a father come? Like, how much longer after you guys meet, get together?
Okay,
blah, blah, blah,
so
you know,
already, I got a 10-year-old and I got a 1-year-old. I'm about to say he 2, but I got a 18 months. So I had the 10-year-old before I met the wife.
Right.
So, but if you asking like, how does being a father affect like?
That was gonna be my question. How does that affect the way you look at life? You know, when you're waking up in the morning, like that's
Oh
something you
well,
gotta
see,
live for, right?
this
You
is
gotta-
this is yeah. That's a good thing. That's a good question because I look at it as like right now, because to make money, right? We still as being artists and independent artists, like you know, we just fund ourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like we help what we can help with each other, you know, and things of that nature. But as being a father, it's like I still got to work a job, so. I drive semi trucks.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I still got to make sure bills paid. You know what I'm saying? And then what really get heavy though, what's really been heavy on me lately is like that's why I'm here now. You feel me? Like because you started like you try to you be grateful for what you got.
Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, it's in our nature to want more because there's more out here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So. And I want not just more for me, but I want more for my sons, my family.
Yeah.
You know,
So you got
all
2
my
boys?
peers. Yep, I got 2 boys.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
Damn, and that's sick because you're like it might not have felt that way, but like he's 10, your youngest is 1.
Yeah.
He's gonna have that older, bigger brother like to help him through all that
Oh, yeah.
shit.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
dope.
Yeah, that's a blessing too. But just to really keep things like simple, man, it's just like I said, I want more for them. For real, for them boys. Because like my son, he wanna play football. And I gotta figure out how to, time consume that. Like how do I get it,
Yeah.
because I'm like, shoot, daddy might not be able to do it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know about this year. Like, why? Because daddy got this job and I gotta, you know, I gotta work these hours.
It's the time commitment too.
You know what I'm saying? So, but I still find the time to like. If it really wasn't for Marcus, like I ain't gonna hold you up. Like he the one that keep me fueling. I met Marcus. I met you in what, 2020.
Yep, 2020.
Yeah, we met in 2020.
Okay.
And he reminded me. It's crazy because him and my little brother went to school together. They went to high school together, and they the same age.
Okay.
So,
nigga JD, man.
Yep. Shout out to Jay. Yep,
What's the age difference?
10 years.
10 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you're our age?
I'll
So
be 24 in a couple weeks.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
So, and when he reminded me like of me a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I started to understand why, and it's because of this music and the path. Like I see, it's like a mirror sometimes when I look at his life and look at mine.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, damn, Marcus, I went through that same shit.
It's got to be dope that you can kind of like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna say like navigate them through it, but you know, talk them through like certain things that you went through. That it's the life experiences, right? That you can kind of teach and you know.
Mm-hmm.
Same
so
thing
this
with
like
your two boys.
Yeah.
Like,
yep, same thing with that too.
Yeah.
Yep, same thing. Yep. But it's like, this is like this was a, how can I say this? This was a piece of my family that I've been needing. You feel me? Like because he keep me pushing. Like like Marcus be like, yeah, look, I did this. Man, this man right here. You think I got shit in the vault, but this man right here.
Hey man.
And I be like, damn, Marcus. I'm like, well, really, it's my bad. Look, I know him as, you know, because he's close, but his name, yeah. But I be like, damn, bro, like, you always dropping something. You always got something ready. So then it pushed me. I be like, all right.
Just keeps your motor going.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And that's vice versa though. Like I tell him all the time, he'll never know the impact that he have on me just being a standing testament of who he is.
Right.
Yeah.
I never take it for granted. So, you know, I just always looked at it like iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
We both do our part and it worked for us. It's a lot of people. It's a few people that I wouldn't be here without, and this man is definitely one of them.
Right. It's a blessing
appreciate
to
that,
have.
bro.
It's a blessing to have someone like that in your life to
appreciate it.
you know keep pushing you and keep wanting more for each other. Right. I mean that's dope, man.
Yeah.
If you could only choose between being an artist or a producer
Ooh.
for the rest of your life, I'm not saying you have to, but if you had to choose, it came down to one. What's that gonna be?
I already said, look, it's crazy because
It's really one of those questions.
Yeah, because don't get it, man. I can answer. I know I can. I got an answer for it. It's just about how I'm gonna get to the answer.
Real quick, did you get the chance to check out some of his music where he rapping?
Yeah, I listened to a little bit. I listened to that the Rose and
Dope and Rose.
Dope and Rose.
So you
Yeah,
heard
yeah.
In Goes?
I believe so. Yeah.
Bro, that was.
I'll have to
if
check
I
out
go
more
to my
after this,
phone,
but
that was the #1 song for 2024 and
on your
2023.
Spotify Wrapped or whatever,
On
the Apple
Music.
Replay.
I swear to God,
Man, I
wouldn't be
appreciate
here
that
without
too.
That song, bro.
Oh.
This man right here, I ain't mean to cut y'all
No,
off. but
you're good.
That's a big question.
Man,
'Cause he got it.
yeah. See, man, it's crazy because I love doing both so much. Man. Like I really do.
But you get something different from both
Because
of them.
the thing about doing both, man, it's energy consuming.
Yeah.
Like, man, it's so energy consuming. So it's like it'd be like spurts of time in my life where I lock in on just writing and I don't make no beats. Then I lock in on making beats and I write. But then there's sometimes where it all depends on how much I've been at it. I can sit there and make the beat, then write the hook for it or whatever, and I can just do it all.
I was gonna ask you, how do you decipher like which one you want to do in a certain moment? Is it just like what you're feeling, or like something
like
that you went through? Like, oh, I need to write about this instead of like putting it down on a beat or something, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think how I go about it is it's like you said, it's like a feeling. So it's like, what do I feel like doing? If I feel like pushing energy out through like actually making the music, the beat, what I want to say, what I want to call it, put your heart out there.
Mm.
I play it like that. But if I got something to get off my chest, if I feel like I want to talk, it's off a feeling. Yeah. If it feel like I just want to put the pain out, or if I actually want to like say it and tell, put that vibration out, it's like that with me.
I was gonna ask you, like, what's more of like a rewarding feeling, like you sending a beat out and someone just making some fire to it, or you like putting the pen down, like, you know what, I just made something special. Like,
I think that because I also do like I be dipping and dabbling in engineering too. You know what I'm saying, like and mixing and mastering and stuff like that. So when I that's when I get the biggest reward, when I put a track together and I done mixed it well and I done mastered well and it sound great. That's the biggest reward that I get, and especially if I'm on it too.
Right.
Like that's it. But man, I think the most giving reward that you get from your music is like if your music give you chills, if your own music give you chills. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and I have experienced that even from my peers as well, other people like his music and like. I like that type of music I can actually feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get that. What would you say like an average studio session kind of looks like for you? Obviously, you like to write. I was curious. Do you ever do the punch-in style? I mean, do you ever?
Oh no, well.
I want to know like what your typical blueprint studio session looks like.
Me, I really be by myself, so it'd be like it's more personal a lot of times. I mean, but if we go into the studio. Well, I'm talking about just me doing my own thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Instead of versus going to the studio and having somebody else engineer it.
More like what you do normally, like what's
just
like
my creative process. When it comes to like recording, like if I'm by myself, like
do you record
a lot
by
of
yourself?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
If I do it by myself at home, it's normally I ain't gonna hold you up. It's like a trial after trial after trial because I'm looking for perfection.
Right.
Okay.
But instead of being in the studio, I ain't gonna hold you up. I'm already kind of low key locked and loaded and ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I already memorized or whatever I had to memorize.
That's a lot of people say that. Go into the studio rather. Like if you're like, back in the day when I would go to a studio and record, I would always have my shit ready.
Yeah.
Like know it by heart so I can knock it out quick and whatever, and I've noticed a lot of guys that have been on here and a lot of guys that have recorded have their shit ready when they come out here and stuff. So that it is funny to think like obviously the punching in, you don't have anything ready. You're just going to punch it in. But like I get it. You be by yourself. You take those times to try trial and error. But if you're going to go somewhere and pay for someone's time, have your shit ready.
Be ready. Yeah. Because that time money at that point.
Yeah.
But then
shit add up.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah, that shit do.
You gotta spend money to make money, man.
Yeah. That's good. Look, that's the type of that's the type of world we stay in. We all looking for that money.
Do you like to be in the studio by yourself more than having like a lot of people in there? Do you think like having people in there distracts you? I mean, like everyone's different, so I'm curious like what you like your like cozy studio session to look like.
That's a good question.
Well.
I think there's pros and cons to both.
Yeah,
right?
just like if I go out to the studio, just the people who really need to be there for the session. You know what I'm saying? That'd be good for me. I don't mind, like close friends or something like that to be there too.
Just kicking it or whatever.
Yeah. But a lot of times, like when we go to the studio, like it's been times where sometimes it took a little bit longer to do a verse or whatever. And that's because it was one of them times, like if I was at home, you know what I'm saying? Because I just wrote it there. Yeah. Now I got to, get the kinks and stuff out of it. But like I said, a lot of times the flaw come from trying to be a perfectionist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We want everything to sound perfect. But yeah, just a few of us, the people who gonna be on the track. And
the ones who are there to work, right?
Yeah, who there to work. Yeah, so we can get it, so we can stay focused and get it done.
Right. Yeah, it really depends on the people, because like there's been times where it's like I'll see one guy in here with two people and they'll great session, knock down all their shit, and then there's another time where those same two people are there, but there's three other ones. And they're fucking. It just becomes like. I mean, it feels like a party.
I was gonna say you got to look at it though. Like there's a task, like an objective at hand, bro.
Yeah,
like, you got to go in there and work, especially if you're spending money on it too. Like if you're going to pay someone to record, you doing all this stuff. I mean, like you're there to work, bro.
Yeah.
Like you can have the fun, but like let's get our work done first, and then have some fun, right?
Yeah.
What would you say your personal favorite song is that you've worked on, whether it's producing or recording? Or even engineering, now that you said you engineer a little bit too.
Yeah, my
If you had to
personal.
recommend one song for someone to go listen to right now, something that you've worked on, what song would that be?
Shoot, it ain't even out. Look,
That's how it be
It's
though.
in the vault.
yeah,
That's how it be.
yeah, that one in the vault, and that's actually going on his project. Lessons.
We'll save
It's
that
called-
for your episode then.
yeah.
We'll save
It's
that for
called
your
Lessons.
episode then.
Yep, it's called Lessons. Man,
Definitely
Lesson.
be on the lookout for that. We're gonna be dropping that as a single.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lessons, man. That's the. But see that I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't know, I don't know if y'all know, but it's Detroit. He a legend. His name is Asar, engineer.
Mm-mm.
You never heard of him? Asar, man. Asar is that guy when it comes to.
Wait, you say Sarah?
Asar?
Asar?
Asar,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not familiar.
Yeah. With Royce, he was with Royce,
Royce,
Eminem, engineer. Yeah.
G-Mac, Cash.
G-Mac, yeah, he record G-Mac Jazz,
Yeah,
yeah.
we'll have to get him on here and talk.
That'd be
Yeah.
Sit down with him,
That'd be
pick his
wild.
brain a little bit.
Man, I be at the point where when cause the song's so cold, I be like, man, I gotta spend this money with a sir. Like, and it's crazy because it's not that, you know, like you said, we like to, as doing music, we like to pick each other brains and stuff. So, like, I get to the point where I kind of want to do everything myself, but then then when I see guys like Asar out here and doing, I'll be like, I can't do this shit by myself. I can't.
I was just saying, I'm sure he's only dropping gems for you though too. You know, he's experienced a lot of, especially with these bigger name guys. I mean, I'm sure he's got a lot of game that he can spill to you, right?
And man, I be saying, cause he used Pro Tools. See, I use Logic a lot. I just use Logic. I record in Logic, all that. But I be sitting there watching. I'm like, man, what plugins he got going on here? Like, how you got that shit to sound like that? How you do that? Like, for real. But I did learn a lot from him just by watching him though. And I'm pretty sure he don't give a fuck. I'm pretty sure he don't, because he know I'm sitting there watching.
It's funny that you said the plugins because I wanted to ask you what your top 5 plugins or VSTs as a producer. Maybe something that I'm not hip to that I could take a look into.
Okay. You know what's so I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody heard of Nexus.
Yeah.
Nexus is pretty good. I just got Nexus 2 right now too, and I
They just came out with a 6. Is it
yeah,
Nexus
yeah, that's
6?
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And they got so many more. That shit is, man.
It's expensive though.
Man,
ain't
that shit expensive.
Yeah.
But that's how you get the shit though.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
people be thinking that they just gonna, like, I ain't knocking Splice. I know Splice heads. Like, niggas just use Splice. I'm like, man, you better get you Arcade. Arcade a good one.
Arcade I need to get too, bro.
Yeah.
My buddy used to have it. We used to cook up with it so much.
Yeah.
Arcade's a banger of a plugin.
Yeah,
dude.
Arcade a good one. See, I use them 313 exclusive VSTs too.
Is that like the blue and orange one?
That's that. Yep, that
Yeah,
313.
I've seen
yep,
that sponsored
blue-
on Instagram a lot.
Yep.
I wanted to check it out, but I just haven't
Yep,
yet.
for my Detroit sounds.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that bitch hard.
You do any producing at all, or you just
No,
rap? But
I
you
just
know
be
of it?
observing from him.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm definitely open to it though.
Hell yeah.
He be sitting, he be watching too.
You a big Omni guy? Omnisphere?
You
mess
know
with
what?
Omnisphere a little bit?
I got it. Well, I had it on my other computer, but I don't got it on my new one. But I didn't use Omnisphere before too. Omnisphere got some great sounds in it too. A lot of great different instruments and a lot of little knobs and shit you can twist.
Yeah.
So that helps out a lot, especially when it comes to, because you always want to make, like, I know we like to make sample songs, you know what I'm saying? But man, it's always something about your own personal keys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That make you a classic. You know what I'm saying? So
I was gonna say I use Keyscape quite a bit too. I like Keyscape.
Keyscape.
That's another plugin. Or
Okay.
VST, whatever you want to call
So
it.
that's a keyboard. It's for it's keyboard.
I have it through Omni, so but yeah, it's a good plugin. I'd recommend that one too if you're not familiar with it.
Yeah, but man, we also live in a time, man. We live in a time where technology is at a peak, man. They got AI softwares that'll help you. I done seen them. It's one called Spawn. Yeah, that shit look
We were
like
just
it's
talking about this on the
that
last
shit look like it's
episode.
crazy. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
insane.
Like, man, it just AI help
AI is
you,
wild.
I was
bro.
gonna say that the way that AI is not taking over music, because I think we're a long way from that actually
Yeah.
happening. But like the tools that you can use,
Yeah.
to,
And me personally, like,
Crazy.
I think about AI as because you got some good AI. You got like Unison. If you tag into Unison shit, Unison got a lot of dope AI shit. It becomes a thing like it's like because how do you make? Let me ask you a question. How do you start making your beats? What do you normally do first?
The first thing I do, so I don't know music theory too well. I'm more off just my ear and like I know like the basics. You know,
Okay.
I know what a chord is. You know, I know all that type of stuff. But I usually start off with just a little bass line.
Bass
And then
line. You
I'll
start
turn
with
that
your
into some
bass.
chords.
Okay.
Whether it's a piano or I might make it a guitar. You know, whatever instrument I like, whatever sound I come across that sounds good in the moment. After that, I might throw a little top line on it, just a little like counter melody type of vibe to throw in throughout the structure. Might throw like a little pad in there, some string. If I'm going for like a Detroit sound, you know, I want BPM anywhere like 160 to 190 around there.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good one.
Just do some nice little piano keys, maybe throw some strings, maybe some brass in there. I like to use like vocal effects a lot, just like little oohs and ahs, like little choir women type stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's usually where I start, is just finding a nice little bass line and then just kind of building off of that, really.
Yeah. So like how I feel like AI is like. So you say you got your bass line, you got your pads, you got your synth, you got your keys. Then say now you want to add your drums. AI gonna go off of what you already got in there
and make its own drum pattern.
Yeah.
Wait, that's
Like,
what Spawn?
That's what the Unison stuff.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, because I know Spawn does the melodies. You just do like the little tags. You do like you get like a category of like a mood or like emotion or whatever, and then what type of like style you want. You could do like rap and then do like I don't know, I'm trying to think of like an emotion or something. But you get what I'm saying. Like you put those together and it just bounces out some like little melody, and it's like that's insane.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, man. But it's crazy though, because it's like you can, and it's never the same stuff though. Like you can hear somebody else using it, you be like, they came up with something totally different because they vibe still different. It's like it's still picking up on your vibe, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's still picking up. Like only you can create what you create.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's only gonna sound like what Nate.
Well, at some point with that Spawn, for example, you know, they only have like the certain amount of presets. If you like were to do all the combinations, at some point does that run out, or does it still just spawn something new?
No, I think that's what I'm saying. It's always
just continuous.
It's always making new shit.
That's
it's
crazy.
always making
that's
new sounds,
crazy
man.
to think about. Like you would think it would run out at some point, right?
No, yeah, but see, that's not how the AI shit work though.
No, but
like they don't got no capacity.
It's
man.
like scary at the same point too, dude. I don't know.
But that's how it be though, and it also help you be more efficient too. Like with your time for real.
Yeah.
Like it kind of helps speed up the process. I think, but those plugins, like I said, Nexus. I do like Omnisphere. I like some of them. I like them Unison plugins. Them exclusive boys. Like you said, the 3 with the orange and blue, the 313 Detroit that got that written on it, and he got a couple more too. One called what is it called? Averation, and I can't remember what the other one called. It started with a K, but yeah, the one of them called Averation. No, AVIRTO.
Aberration,
something like that. It's something like that, man.
I'm not familiar with that. I just took a wild guess.
Yeah. It's something like that, man. I can't remember the actual name of it. Like I ain't gonna hold you up, man. Sometimes my memory ain't that good. At times I'm trying to tell you it ain't. I can remember shit that I need to remember, but sometimes, man, when I be using shit, man, I have a hard time remembering people's names at times. But
I feel that.
Like it's just what it is.
Do you ever get like a writer's block or a creative block, and if so, what are some things you like to do to help overcome that?
Writer's block. How do I do it, writer's block? You know what, man? In them times, man, I like to be inspired by the greats. Like when I say that, like I hear J. Cole and quoted a lot of stuff. That's one of my favorites. Like artists is out here, but just trust the process. Like because a lot of times I feel like writer's block is more so like when you start writing and you keep writing, but you like, I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? So now you want right? So you like, I don't like it. But truth be told, like even if you don't like it, you just got to keep going. Like, and that's how I look at writer's block. Then when I go back over, I be like, oh, okay, I got through it. So if I got to change something, I can change something.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I end up liking it.
Mm-hmm.
So
While you were speaking on J. Cole, I've seen a video of him talking about it too, and he's like, you just got to put it down. He's like, even if it's just the first line, you just put it down.
Yep.
And just keep going. And if you want to go back to it and change it, sure. But at least, like you said, you're getting past that.
That's how I get through it now.
Man, shout out Cole, man. He's like one of my favorite artists of all time, man.
Oh yeah, Cole. Yeah, most definitely. gotta love Cole World. But yeah, that's pretty much like before that, like if I did have quote unquote writer's block and I didn't want to write, I just didn't write. I just really waited it out, you know. And then a lot of times go through some beats. A lot of times different beats will help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some that, because if I can like feel it and kind of like emerge myself in a beat, then I can conjure something up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
Is there any other hobbies outside of music that kind of like get your creative juices flowing again, or like anything that you do outside of music that just kind of like, you know what, this will inspire me to go make something or go lay something down?
Yeah, man, I like to go to the boxer gym and work out.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
You've been big into boxing for a minute?
Yeah.
Wow.
I started in 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, and shout out to my cousin K9 Boxing, Cornelius Bundridge,
Yeah.
2-time world champion. That's who I work out with.
Damn, hell yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say your biggest weakness is as a musician? Something that you know or want to improve on moving forward?
Man, finding a balance to low key like stay as consistent as possible with the lifestyle that I got right now.
Mm.
You know, that's my biggest flaw is being able to stay consistent, because when you stay in the house and you got your wife and your kids there, and your workplace is in the house, you know what I'm saying? It's family and business getting mixed up. So I can't. It's hard. Sometimes it's hard for me to stay consistent because I got my boys running around the house acting all crazy and wild sometimes. Especially, I can't wait till the summertime come. At least one of them I know will be outside and playing down the street. But yeah, man, being a father is like, it kind of, like I said, and having to work and pay bills, that's what slows me down. Like me being consistent, that'll be my weakness right now. I feel like that's all I'm trying to get over now. You know what I'm saying? Find a way.
That's a great
you know
answer,
what I'm saying?
though. That's a great answer. If you could make a collab album with any artist in the music industry, who would it be and why? We'll do one of you producing. You produce an album for somebody, and then we could do one of you recording with somebody.
Who would I love to, man?
Anybody in the music industry.
I would like to. Damn, that's a good question. Like, because this, like, it's I hear people, I hear names that come up, because I think about, when you ask me this question, I think about the dreams I done had. You know what I'm saying? Like working with Chris Brown, or being around the Baby and Lil Durk and T Grizzly and just all these big time people. But I think I would like to do something with like Chris Brown. I'd like to do something with him. If I could. Megan Thee Stallion. I feel like I got a vibe for her to rap on. Glorilla.
That's a good answer.
I think
Glow.
she's the hardest female rapper out right now.
And I love to work with Glow. Who else? J. Cole, of course. I love to do a track, do some music with him.
It's one of the GOATs.
Yeah. Kendrick Lamar too. Kendrick is very inspirational to me at times when it comes to writer block too.
Yeah.
That help. Yeah. K-Dot. Who else? That's all who I can think about right now at the moment.
Good answers though.
Yeah.
Good answers.
That's in the industry now that I gravitate towards. Yeah. it'll be them.
Good answers.
This is my personal favorite.
Oh,
question.
Friday too. Friday,
Ooh.
Friday.
I didn't know if you
Yeah,
said that one.
Friday cold.
Yeah, Friday is hard. This is my personal favorite question to ask. Doesn't
Yeah.
have to just be musicians or artists. 5 dinner guests, dead or alive. Could be anyone in the world.
Dinner guest.
Ever.
Could be family members, athletes, actors,
Politicians.
comedians. Yeah, like whoever. Like
Hmm.
you got to First of all, what you guys eating and who's cooking?
Right. What we eating? Who's cooking? That's the first person I gotta get. Chef Ramsay, motherfucker. Chef Ramsay, yeah. Like he probably, I could see Ramsay giving a lot of game on some shit, on some biz and
Well,
shit.
that doesn't take up a seat at your table though. He
the chef though. Okay, so I still got to get. Okay.
What are you eating?
Okay. Shit, whatever that nigga else cook. That Chef Ramsay and shit. Just let that man cook. But let me see. Let me find out the people at the table though. I don't know why I feel like I would want Pac to be there, but I
That's a
want
common
Pac to be
answer.
there.
Yeah,
us.
a lot of people listen to
Yeah.
Pac.
Nip.
Okay.
That's another one.
I can get some shit. Most definitely get some shit for him. Kobe too.
That's a
Ooh.
good one.
Uh,
He was on my table.
I'm thinking about greats. Shit, Prince. I'm pretty sure Prince can give
Ooh.
you some shit.
It's a fire table so far.
That's
Last seat at the table.
Yeah.
Who's sitting there?
Pop.
In Jesus, look.
Hey, he was on my table. He was on my table.
In Jesus, the Lord, the Most High, whoever created me, put them at the table. I know they could tell me some stuff.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah, it is.
but no, God gonna be there regardless. So we gonna take God out the picture. But
That was a bar. That was a good quote. He said God gonna be there.
yeah, God gonna be there regardless. Okay, one more. Who would I sit down and kick it with? Who I feel like could give me something that I can benefit from? Health what? Dr. Sebi.
You said who?
Dr. Sebi. He was a doctor. You never heard of Dr. Sebi?
I don't think so.
African doctor. He knew a lot about ancient natural, healings for, a lot
Okay.
of different diseases and stuff like that.
I'll have to do my research.
Yeah.
I'll have to do my
Dr.
research.
Sebi. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Personal favorite top 5 artists of all time.
You hold on, say it one more time for me.
Personal favorite top 5 artists of all time, any genre.
Doesn't just say not.
Could
not
be a
just
band
favorites.
or it could be whoever. It doesn't have to just be like one individual.
Top five of all time. Top five.
I was thinking that too.
It's a tough one.
Exclude myself.
Right.
Yeah, look. Exclude myself because I'm a fan of my own music, man. I know that might sound cocky, but
Nah.
I am.
I don't think that's cocky at all.
I sit back and listen to my music. I'm like, man,
It's the
There's some
only
great
type
shit.
of art that you can truly enjoy for yourself.
yeah,
Childish Gambino talked about this in one of his stand-ups. He was like, if you work at Subway and you make a sandwich every day, that's technically food art, but you're not enjoying it. You're giving it off to someone else to enjoy it.
Right.
Your music, you can bump your own music in the car. That's like the only art you can really enjoy
yeah, that's true.
of your own. I mean,
Yeah. But, top 5.
I love
Damn.
asking these questions. 'Cause
Top
everyone's
5
always just
though,
like,
because it's only 5. Okay, who gonna be a number 1 right now, or you just all time?
Just
all
you-
time. It doesn't have to be in
Shit.
order.
yeah.
You talk about all time, man. For real though, like, okay, we gonna roll with Biggie, we gonna roll with Pac, because it's just this just go hand in hand. I'm gonna put Jay there. It was a time I gotta put Wayne in there because it was a time where that's 4.
Yeah, it was 4. These questions
Damn.
are always stumping people. I love it, dude. We'll sit here like,
Cause now I'm just lining them up from what I feel and what I think. As far as in like, I'm just thinking about a person who do they damn thing. Did I say Kendrick?
no.
Damn. I ain't even put Cole in there.
Yeah, that's who I thought you were gonna say.
I was waiting
See,
on Cole,
because
too.
now you talk about top, but you see,
Top 5 favorite.
yeah,
your favorite.
Oh my, okay. Okay, well I'm gonna do it. Okay, let me.
So
start
you were
over.
doing top 5 rappers.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, okay.
yeah.
Let
That's
me
still
do
a
my
good list,
favorites.
though.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Cole
Okay.
or Kendrick.
My favorites. Okay, I'm gonna say. I'm still gonna give. Okay, I'm gonna give it to J. Cole. I'm gonna give it to K. Dot. Shit, I'm gonna get R&B. I'm gonna give it to Brown.
Mm.
Kevin Gates. I don't know why, but Kevin
Hey.
Gates.
When I was gonna say when I was in high school,
Like
Kevin
because
Gates was
Kevin
on a crazy
Gates,
run.
He had some shit.
you know what? I know why. Kevin Gates. It was a time. See, I'm telling you these people right now because it was a time in my life where I didn't have the fire for the music no more, and these were my favorites that turned my fire back on. This
Drew
four
you
of them.
back in.
Yep. So J. Cole, K. Dot, Brown, Kevin Gates, and okay, I got a favorite now. What's up at the time I was listening to? Ooh wee. Shit, I think I'm just gonna have to go with the 4.
Mount
With the Mount
Rushmore.
Rushmore.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You were talking about Cole a lot. I wanted to say I'm so excited for the Fall Off. That album he's coming
Oh,
out with.
yeah.
Man, I'm so excited
Yeah.
for that.
Better
I
deliver.
love J. Cole's music.
It better deliver.
It is.
After all the
you
stuff
know.
that happened, yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
most definitely.
I know it will,
It
but
should. Well,
No, he can't miss.
especially after all the stuff that happened with the whole Kendrick and Drake beef.
But see,
we
yeah.
all team Kendrick for that.
No, see, this is how shit. I ain't gonna hold you up. Like in times like that, I can't really. Oh, Drake out the window. I ain't gonna hold you up. Drake was out the
Kendrick
window.
versus Drake, I definitely was team Kendrick.
Yeah,
But when J. Cole was in the ring, I was going for my boy, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cole.
My head up.
I was
bro.
gonna say, I know-
Cole shit was hard.
I was gonna say I never really picked a side. I was just taking it for what it was worth. I was like, this is dope for music
Yeah,
right now. Like
yeah.
this is what they needed, right?
I was
So,
for sure.
and I've
team
always
Drake.
been fans of all 3 of them. So it was like I wasn't mad at whatever they were making. I really did want to see a Kendrick and J. Cole album at some point, though.
Kendrick
I don't know if
definitely.
They
That's
did.
happening.
They did something together.
A
Kendrick.
while
yeah,
ago.
Yeah.
A while
But
ago.
it was like
but
them getting on each other beats or something.
They
like
always
that.
used to
Yeah.
talk about that though. That they had a tape.
I'm saying
that
like a
hadn't came out.
like a legit
Oh,
thing
like
to
an
come
album
out. Like,
together.
I don't know. I feel like now is the time that they need to do something like that. I feel like it would take over.
I was
That'd be
more,
massive.
I was more team Drake personally, but Drake's always been like my number one guy in rap.
Man, Drake.
So like,
Drake.
but hear me out. I will say this: Kendrick won the psychological warfare of
You
it.
know what?
Dropping Meet the Grams right after.
I'm gonna
Family
tell you.
Matters,
Okay.
And
Okay.
like Not Like Us and that shit.
He's
remember
raising
all
his hand.
right.
He's like,
All right.
But
I got
Family
it.
Matters, that song.
I gotta.
went
I
crazy.
got. Yeah. That gotta be. I gotta put that there. I got to.
appreciate
It
you.
was Drake too at the time. Drake fucked it up for me when all this other shit
Oh,
happened.
yeah, for
But
sure.
before I found
Push-Ups
out all this
dropped.
other
I
shit,
heard the first version, the leak.
like,
Push-ups was crazy too.
cause Drake. The thing about Drake, man, cause the he can rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he got a lot of good. He got a lot of hits out there and stuff like that. But it's just like he paved the way too though for like certain type of, you know, artistry, music. You know, to be able to rap and come in and do a little harmonizing and singing.
you got a lot of influence.
Yeah, so he had a lot of influence on that. So I gotta give credit to Drake because Drake was one of the ones that inspired me
Yeah.
as well. But
Well, I was gonna say you said you graduated 09, right?
yeah,
That's right when he started going
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
He was the guy for like.
He's
that
still.
point.
I mean, he still is the guy. Bro.
I
Like,
think
you know what
so.
I mean. Like he's
I
Drake-
no matter what happens, but he's still the guy. Let's be real,
Man.
bro. Like,
Always gonna be Drake.
that's what I'm
Drake
saying.
is-
Like he's not going
It's like
nowhere, bro.
LeBron. He's
Pretty
always
much.
LeBron.
Man,
All right, if you could only listen to one album for the rest of your life, start to finish, what album has no skips in your opinion?
What album don't got no skips? When I think about a no skip album, I think about Good Kid, Mad City.
Ooh, okay.
That's what I think
that's
about.
a common answer.
Like
for me
that's
too, right? Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a common answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, cause it was shit. It was a masterpiece for real. Like you think about a story being told to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
crazy ass
And
album.
you know, and how they put it together from the little, the little interludes, the connections and shit like
Mhm.
that. It was dope.
Yeah,
We get a lot of that. College Dropout.
a lot of
Yeah.
Kanye.
Forest Hills Drive, The Life of Pablo.
Yeah, see,
we get
yeah,
a lot of that.
yeah,
We get a lot of albums
Yeah.
like that.
Damn,
yeah.
Someone said Thriller, Michael Jackson. I was like, that's a banger.
that's a
answer.
great.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
That's a
yeah.
banger
choice,
answer,
though.
yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
can't be mad at that.
Yeah.
If you had a gun to your head and you got to sing every lyric to a song in order to stay alive,
I'm
What
singing
song
one
would
of my
that be?
songs.
It's not what you
It
can't.
can't
be one of your own.
Like,
It can't be
cool,
one of your
we
own.
have that, and you can't be like Happy Birthday.
ABCs or some shit.
Yeah.
What song I know by heart? Look. What song do I know? I probably have to. I feel like I know shit. He said lyric for lyric. I might fuck up too though. I'm thinking about it like I know
Those-
I might fuck up. Like
Especially under the pressure.
Yeah.
Ooh. Damn, man.
That's a good question. I got a few.
Songs
Hey,
that you
you're
know
gonna
about
run
her.
I was
through
gonna
yours
say you're
on
getting a
your
little
episode.
hint at what we're gonna be
Yeah.
asking you on the quick hitters too. So I mean, you got time to prepare.
I feel like I can do. I feel like I could do J. Cole. Get off my dick.
Mm.
I think I could do that one.
That's a tough pick.
I know
Yeah,
he does go fast in
that.
that.
One. I would have thought you
No,
would have
no,
said Wet
no, that's
Dreams or
Jid.
something.
With
Oh,
dreams.
yeah. I'm mixing them up.
But see,
That's
I have
like
to see,
GLMB.
but I have to
Yeah.
hear it. I can't. It's not like knowing, like, oh, say it right now. I have to low key hear something. Like, hold up, man, play the beat, bro.
Whether it's in or outside of music,
Yeah.
in the next 10 years, what you see yourself doing, like this can be as a father, as a family man, as a musician, outside a businessman. What other ventures do you plan on kind of getting into over the next 10 years? Like, what should we be expecting?
We definitely looking forward towards like businesses. As this is as being a man. Just crack some stuff open. Leave legacies and stuff for the kids.
Is there anything in specific like that you're into, like something you'd want to get into?
Trucking, transportation. That's the shit. Just
Yeah.
money is there. You know what I'm saying? Get a truck. Get a little contract with somebody.
Yep.
Get the pull of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And get another one. You know what I'm saying? So that, but like when it comes to music wise though, I really, the next 10 years, I'm shooting to be one of the biggest producers out here for real, like on some real shit.
That'd be
Like
dope.
that's what I want. I want my. I know I make. You know what I'm saying? When you know you do something, you do something. You know what I'm saying? I know I make hit beats, man. I know I get. I know I get. I know I got shit, man. So I'm really at this point in my life. I was like, I'm really like trusting the process. I got in my own way a lot, based off of programming, and if you kind of understand that in mind states and mindsets, what's the truth and what's the lie, you know what I'm saying? So I stopped. I ran into a wall a couple times, but I'm at the point now where it's really like all or nothing, especially in the times that we stay in. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, y'all ain't too much younger than me, but I got a few more years on y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, or if you talk to anybody, like, shit, man, the world changing. The fucking snow don't even stay no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm some real, man. I remember times, man, I used to be able to go outside and make an igloo out of the snow that they done pushed in the corner. You know what I'm saying? In the parking lot. Like, I remember that shit, man. We don't got that shit no more. So
Even me being young, I've seen the changes just from when I can remember when I was 10, 12 years old. The last 10, 15 years, it's like I like igloos.
Oh yeah, well yeah, you see the
But like
difference.
even just like in my short time here, like I've seen the world change. And I can only imagine what it's going to be in the next 10 years.
You know what I'm saying?
Mid sometimes, but like
You said it's kind of what?
mid.
Mid.
It's like,
Yeah, man. So like even now, I'm at the point where I'm like, man, I ain't getting no younger.
Right.
yeah.
So it's really like I'm just gonna put my all into it for real. Try to find as much time I can, dedicate to the music and pushing the music. Like we got an EP we working on. So Meditations book 2.
Book 2.
Okay.
So is it 6 tracks?
Yep, 6 tracks.
It's 6 tracks, yup, that we got, you know, that's all produced by me, all made by me. So
Is there a time that we should be expecting that? Are you guys allowed to speak on that yet or no?
See, it's crazy the way my mind work. I really damn near wanted it to been drop it. But you know how life be sometimes.
Yeah.
Yup.
So,
kind of mid.
man, yeah, that's what I mean.
I was gonna say, like,
man, it's crazy that you say that, dog, because I be saying, I told my wife that I'm like, it's a higher level we can live on. It's a higher vibration. We just been kind of in the middle, like, you know what I'm saying? Let's go higher.
I mean, life get in the way too, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that shit comes up.
Yeah, me.
But if I could put like a time stamp on it, I'm just gonna say ASAP.
Okay.
It's coming as soon as possible.
Yeah.
As soon as it's done.
Yeah, be on the
Try.
lookout
Be on
for
the
that.
fucking lookout.
Yeah, it's coming. But we got, you know, we God body. You know, we look at ourselves as God body. You know, all of us. You know what I'm saying? That's how we view ourselves. You know, we understand that we got that image, and it's a family. You know, we got a team going on right now.
That's the most valuable thing you can find in a music, like in the music business, is if you can find a team of guys that are all trying to do the same thing that you
Accomplish
are,
the same thing, man.
and you on top of that you become family.
Yeah.
It's definitely if I ever step away from music or we stop doing the pod or whatever, that's the biggest thing I'll take away from this whole journey is the friendships and the relationships that I've had through this, through whatever. So that's the biggest takeaway. So the fact that you guys got that too, awesome.
Yeah. So,
Well, before we wrap up, is there any shout out you want to give real quick to anyone?
yeah, shout out, you know, like I said, shout out to my wife, Crystal Rose. You know, she holding it down at the fort with the kids right now while I'm out, you know, enjoying my conversation with y'all.
Yeah.
Shout out to Arealius the Great for being here.
Yes, sir. God body.
You know, you already know what it is. Shout out to God, man, for allowing us to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Life, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the midlife right now.
You like that
So,
Hey, it's only a matter of time though for both of you. I feel it too. Cause
Yeah.
you guys got something special. I can see it, bro. And I wish you guys nothing but the best of luck
For real.
moving forward. For real. I want to thank you for coming on.
man, I appreciate you for having me, man.
Maybe
You
one
know, I
day
really
we can sit down and carry on this conversation, but cooking up a beat, maybe I can learn some things on Logic, pick your
Nate.
brain on producing a little bit more.
Maybe have you and your wife on.
Yeah,
Episode.
that'd be dope. Yeah,
That'd be cool.
Then we can kind of talk to y'all about, you know, Dope and Rose,
Yeah,
the EP and everything, and go and really dive into it.
Yeah. Well, once again, thank you for coming on. If you guys haven't already, go check out all their stuff. Links will be in the description.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good episode.
Anything you got to add before we get off? This was a really good episode. We've been on a roll, man. We've been on a roll,
The
man.
last couple episodes have been pretty good.
Yeah, very, very good quality episodes. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Great dude, well spoken dude. Thank you for coming on once
real.
again.
Okay, no problem, man. Thank
With
y'all.
that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and see you guys next Sunday. Peace out.
We will.